Are you concerned about the rising household debt and the surge in delinquency rates on auto loans? These statistics highlighted what financial challenges faced by especially younger generations is about to take hold in 2024. But here's the chance for you to take control of your financial future. For a limited time only, I am going to be offering a Turo Masterclass from November 19th to November 30th at a discounted rate. Seize the opportunity to enroll into the Turo Master Course at a special discount and equip yourself with financial knowledge to thrive in today's economic landscape. Welcome, everyone. In today's discussion, we'll dwell into concerning trends in household debt, particularly the recent surge in delinquency rates on auto loans and how these challenges impact your financial well-being. Plus, a reminder again, for a limited time only, I'm going to help you get yourself in the right direction. I'm going to empower yourself with the financial knowledge and get you in the right direction by getting you into this course called the Turo Masterclass. This class is what I have created to help people get them from the right direction. Looking at the latest quarterly report on household debt and credit reveals a sharp increase in household debt reaching a staggering 17.29 trillion in the third quarter of 2023. Notably, mortgage balances, credit card balances, and student loan balances that soar, posing financial strains on many households. Moreover, the surge in delinquency rates on auto loans have been alarming. Subprime borrowers are past due by at least 60 days, reaching a concerning 6.11% in September. This has not been seen since 1994, indicating a significant distress among car owners. So, looking at this information, I can tell you this: when looking at the data and looking at the result of what's going on with the trends, you have a lot of buyers. A lot of people want to buy a car, can't afford to buy a car because of the interest rate. You have a lot of people who can't afford a house, but push come to shove, you have a lot of people having repossessions as well too. So a lot of people are able, if you look at the data here, if you look at the housing market section, you can see where mortgages are pretty stable, but with the auto loans, it's going higher and higher and higher, meaning that people are becoming delinquent, rising costs is taking place, and most importantly, these cars are being repossessed. These cars are becoming repossessed because people are willing to let go of their vehicle before they let go of their home. They're going to have shelter. Additionally, with the car industry, a lot of dealerships are feeling this pain as well too. They have reduced the numbers and staff. A lot of people are not going into the store to buy vehicles as they once did around early days of pre-COVID. The economy is taking a shift. Now, we don't see a lot of data going on the news, but you can see that looking at this data coming from the Federal Reserve is basically stating that these things are happening. You can look at the dip also with student loans. During the time, if you look at where it just took a dip down to the bottom, this was during the time of COVID, where there were pauses in repayment of the loan. When January kicks back in, those loans are going to be now in effect everywhere. And that's going to result in having more difficulty with people paying their bills. A lot of people are seeing rises on their credit cards, interest rates going up, decrease on their credit card power as far as they limited them. And it's causing a situation where a lot of folks are not going to be able to afford the everyday they do. Now, what the remedy is to do this is: one, a lot of people are going to have to look to find another job. Two, a lot of people are going to go into bankruptcy. Three, you're going to be doing some debt settlement, or you're going to do some debt management. So it's going to be interesting for 2024. Now, I always recommend people to avoid things like this is by making sure that you have multiple streams. It's very important. As I talk about this, I have multiple streams of income coming to me, so it helps negate what the effects of the economy is doing. And a lot of people are going to find out that this is going to be the hardest time. Now, there's all reports out there that you see now talking about the economic machine of the United States, that everything's booming, but I don't believe that they're looking at all the data. Like looking at this, and this comes out quarterly, it is looking very, very big because it's not stopping. And this is just talking about consumers. We're not even talking about the government spending, right? You know, we just recently just got the government shutdown postponed, not resolved, but postponed, kicked all the way until after the new year. Now that should tell you something, that the can keeps kicking down the road. You only kick it but so much. So you definitely want to make sure that you shore yourself up and make sure that you have everything put together. Now, looking at this data here, and we're looking at it now, we can tell looking at this, you are going to see rising trends across the whole board. I believe that we're going to go into the levels of what we had back in 2008, where prices are just going up. People are not paying their loans. None of their loans are being paid off. And a lot of these credit card companies that gave the money, or a lot of these banks that gave that money, they're trying to sell this bad debt because they know it's coming. I've noticed that where people are getting phone calls and reporting to me saying, hey, credit card company lower my rates because they're trying to curb off any more bad debt. If they're looking at you right now, they're looking at, hey, you keep spending. Yes, you're paying us, but you're spending across everyone else. We don't feel comfortable with you. We're going to lower it down so you don't overspend and we don't get the money back, because they know that this is happening. This is going on right now. When I was talking to some credit counselors the other day, they told me that there's a long line for people just to get talked to because of the rising costs. They don't know what the best way to do as far as to resolve their situation or to just give up entirely. Some people don't have an opportunity. I noticed that with some of the military folks, they can't simply just do bankruptcy or debt settlement if they got a clearance. And if you don't got a clearance, that's okay. But if you got a certain clearance, you are compromising your job or your future opportunities in the future because of this, because of background checks. I always tell people this though, you can't always hang out with the Joneses. I know that that might sound crazy or whatnot, but at the end of the day, when you are looking at what's going on, and we're not even done yet, we're not even at Christmas yet, a lot of people are going to start spending a lot more money than what they actually have and not willing to cut back. Now, why is this all happening? This is probably a rubber band effect, meaning that you have things that was taking place during COVID where we couldn't go out, we couldn't spend, we couldn't do anything. And people were trying to figure out how to navigate through that situation in time where money was thrown at them. And some people held on to the money. They didn't go spend it because they had no place to spend it. So they held on to it, and then they got addicted to it, meaning that, hey, I was used to getting this money. I want more money. Well, they're not giving out any more money. Only thing I can do now, basically, is just use this credit card. And the credit card companies wanted that because they are betting on, at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to pay all this stuff off at the end of the month. And that's how credit cards work. So now it's came back. It's came back full circle, and it's going to be very, very bad come 2024. The data does not lie here. This is not going to be resolved by the next quarter. This is going to be something that's going to have to take place for a few years in order to correct this, because you can only go but so much when it comes to your economy. And this is not just going to affect the United States, but this can also affect worldwide here, because everyone's tied in together. So guys, tell me what's your thoughts. What do you think about that? Do you think that you're going to be impacted by this economic crisis that's about to loom in 2024? Do you have your credit in good standing? Let us know down below what you think. Again, thank you for tuning in to the channel. My name is Mr. Luke Evan Brooks. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like what we're presenting you, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment down below and share. I will talk to you later, guys. Take care. Be safe. Peace.